Why is it that when Wuthering Waves releases some sort of new article or update, it is always 2 hours before I have to wake up? Whatever the case is, we are just got hit with the news about the new upcoming 5-star in 2.5 update of Wuthering Waves, and that is Phrolova. Phrolova is one of the well-known antagonists in the game currently, alongside the Scar and the new introduced character Christopher. It's really been intriguing to just follow her own sub-storyline that we have seen so far. I don't think she is as much of a villain as she was in the first version of the game alongside Scar. I definitely think like in 2.2 they have been teasing her to be more grayish character that had her own plans and wasn't necessarily against us like Scar and the rest of the Fractures. This notion, in my opinion, got even more supported by the fact that she kinda helps you out trying to figure out what is going on in Septimont in one of your dreams in a current update of the story. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what her deal is. I wanna actually pay attention to her eyes. Has always been an emphasis on her eye. When they revealed her second eye in a 2.2 update, it wasn't really much different from her other one, but in this picture you can clearly see that it is a different color. She is bleeding from her eye, which is kind of cool. I'm really curious to see what's the deal with her eye. Is it some sort of injury or something to do with her power? I really want to also pay attention to the instruments that lie around her, trumpets. I think she has some sort of association with music. She always does this gesture of, I do not know what's the name of the guy, but you know, the guy that pretty much controls how others play during opera or something. So maybe there is some sort of symbolic connection between her and the music. I actually have seen little bit snippet of her gameplay back then when she got leaked. Now obviously it is a alpha testing, I would assume, because it was very early in development. You could see it in animations, but for what I remember, she fought using Echo, specifically the boss Echo of the 2.2 update that you can farm later on, and she seems like a Havoc attack user and someone that pretty much, I think, supports and attacks with her echoes, which is pretty interesting playstyle. And like I said, it was an alpha footage. You can't really make out much, and I am really curious to see how her final vision of a gameplay will look like when she gets released. That said, I'm still skeptical of pulling for her because I still have to pull for Lupa, definitely, that for sure, and we still do not know who is the second 5-star in 2.5 if we get any. If it is Luno, yeah, we are cooked. Anyway, I'm definitely excited to see her part of the story. Who knows, maybe when 2.5 releases and we see the story and see what kind of role she plays in that update of the story, I might change my mind. I do not know. It just really depends on how Kuro is going to present her in a future updates. For now, I'm definitely intrigued. I'm definitely on the fence on whether or not I'm going to pulling for her, but I am excited for her all the same. Definitely interested in her playstyle, and yeah, I guess we just have to see and find out. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.